The teacher is seen wearing a black and white cat headband in class and at school assembly in the photos first obtained. Oh my god.
Yeah, look at the motherfucker.
He's got cat hair.
Holy
Let's go, baby.
I just realized we lacking on drinks, bro. We got no tea, no fucking drinks.
That's it. We're sober now.
Just the sponsor.
We're all
Hydro
sober.
Group.
Water and our little mushroom.
That's it.
This is Tori the mushroom.
Wow, this is a new addition
Yeah.
since I've...
Yeah, so since you guys were gone, we added this guy last week because it was just us two.
How cute.
It does not do nothing. No.
As long as it doesn't take my job on the pod.
It had lollies in here. It was a lolly thing. But
Like a lolly container.
Oh, wow.
can't even open the cunt there.
Oh, nice.
Little
And
bag
it's
of-
portion.
Where did they all go?
I ate them.
It promotes portion as well
Yeah.
because that thing needs to be much bigger if that was going to be my fucking
Yeah.
sweet jar.
God damn. So, welcome back as always. Full panel returns. Guys, we had a fucking crack a couple days, man. Awesome wedding. Tori, you were the maid of honor. How was it seeing the ins and outs of it all? Like, you were really, really involved. So how was that for you?
It was really good. That was the first wedding I've been to where they did the 3 days. Usually it's only just the 1 day. But I feel like Tori and Josh were just chill. They were just like, I've seen some bridezillas and I'm sure we've all seen some pretty chaotic stuff at weddings, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just so chill, so beautiful, so them.
Did you think she would be that chill like Tori?
No, I thought she would be a little bit more chaotic, especially the morning of. But like, I think because it's only usually with weddings, as you know, you've got like 5, 6, 7, 8 bridesmaids, a groomsman and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And it was just me and it was just Mike.
Yeah.
So you only have to like worry about one other person. It's not like as a woman, you're not getting up at like 4 a.m. to have 6 people's makeups and hair done.
Yeah.
So I think that really helped. But fuck, it was just a good couple of days. It was so nice.
It was fun, man. It was
Yeah.
fun. There was like animals and shit. There was a fucking camel. I took a photo with it.
I liked his suit. He had a cool suit.
Yeah.
So
Very
nice.
McCann. I'm not
Yeah.
going to lie. I thought the suit was going to be more extravagant. When I pictured McCann on his wedding day, I thought this cunt was going to come down in like an elephant and like a red turban and shit. I don't know what I was picturing.
Remember, Tori wouldn't allow that.
No, but I pictured something so different.
It's pretty different. It was pretty different. When have you ever seen a suit like that at a wedding?
I think it fitted the vibe, it fitted the venue, and it was like, although it wasn't out there, it still was. It was out there. It was out there.
Yeah.
It just wasn't like screaming at your face like, this is my day. Like at the end of the day, it's about the couple, right? But at the end of the day, no woman getting married wants the husband to steal the show. Like you gotta have like, he had his little walk-in, which was nice. Everyone was like, oh, I gave him a little round of applause, this and that, which is nice. He had his little moment. But I think it was perfect what he wore, you know what I mean? I thought it was going to to be more of an emerald green, like
that's what I was
and
picturing, like
suede or fucking
like
something.
crocodile shoes and shit. That's what I don't know why. That's what I was picturing, bro.
Yeah.
So when I saw him, I'm like, oh damn! I'm like, it's kind of chill, but just
Yeah.
a sprinkle of McCann in there, like.
Yeah.
So I don't know,
McCann's
it
a
was cool.
chameleon as well. He can rock anything, and
Oh,
he'll
yeah.
just fit in it all.
Fuck
Like,
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, so that shit was fucking sick. So that's where we know we've all been. DZ, what about you? What happened this week for you?
Not a whole lot, to be honest, since we last recorded. Just same old, same old. I feel like I did have something to say. I don't know, but just quickly on the sponsor. See, it's a good sponsor because Rose's hydro grip broke. She's got one too, but the top broke. So just temporarily, she's been using this other bottle. And she left it in the car, and she got back in the car, and she's like, "It's warm. The water's warm." And she's like, "With the hydro grip,
actually stays
when I
cool,
use
yeah.
it, you can leave it in the hot ass car, and the ice water
Yeah.
is actually cold." And I was like, "See, it's
Yeah.
fucking-" so
That is
shout out
true.
the hydro grip.
Yeah.
And then I'm also trying to read comments a lot less. Like, Joe Rogan always talks about it all the time. Like, you just post and ghost, you don't read comments. And I thought you can apply that to anything, not just your own stuff. So, and I've realized when I have been doing it, sometimes I forget and you just get this habit and I'm like, oh shit, I'm reading comments. But when you don't read the comments, it actually makes such a big difference on your life. Like, I'll see these political videos or all these fucking weird videos that people normally arguing about, and then you just watch the video and you just go on.
Yeah.
And it's so much better. It's so much
especially
better.
political. That's a deep rabbit hole.
But I'm trying with everything. I'm just
Yeah.
trying. Like, do I have to read the comment? People who comment on shit are losers. Like, if you're sitting around commenting on shit, like, their opinion means nothing.
Tori's like, ooh, okay, I gotta stop commenting.
I'm not gonna lie.
I comment on shit too. I comment on shit too.
I have
though.
certain days where I'm
Gosh.
like, who comments, man? And next minute I go, I send my little stone in the ocean,
Yep.
and I just
Yep.
watch the little ripples, and then I get out of there. But even that, it's like, what do I? Sometimes I'll have a friend like the comment that I
They saw you
comment, but it's usually nothing. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
To be a massive hypocrite though, you know how at work I can see the MSN and it's got all the news stories, right? The only time I do comment, right? I've started this a couple of days ago. These MSN stories, I read them, right? And I realized I didn't know you could do this, but you can just, I'm on the work computer by the way, and you can just write a comment and it'll put it, and it just has user number. I was like, whoa. I was like, I can just comment on shit. I no sign up, no nothing.
Yeah.
So I see these ridiculous news stories and shit. I'm like, this is the worst piece of journalism ever. You should be embarrassed. You should resign right now. This is
So basically, you haven't learned anything. On one hand, you're like, I'm trying not to, but anonymously, I'll write whatever the fuck I want.
with a mask on, then it's fair game.
Signed in as his
On
boss's
my
name.
own.
Fucking canon.
But that's only taking a piss, but
Yeah, of
like,
course.
but on TikTok and stuff, I'm really trying. But
It's a time waster, right? So you're just adding more shit to your plate. You know, it's such a fake realm, but it does control a lot of us. You know.
Yeah.
Well, also, a cool little note. Shout out to Mega and Jazz starting their own podcast.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
It was a
shout
good
out to you
episode.
boys,
That
man.
shit was dope. I love seeing people try things and new things and stuff like that. So that shit was awesome, man. Good stuff, bro. Keen for the next one. What's up, FireCast? It's FriendlyFire here, owner of Tripjacker Mafia Records, and we're very proud to announce our new sponsorship with the Hydro Grip. They have a BPA-free bottle, and they have a magnet on top of the bottle, so you can film your sets at the gym for content, social media, if you run a podcast yourself. As you can see here, the phone's sitting very securely on top of this magnet. Very stable when it's full or empty. Super secure magnet, stays hot for 12 hours or cold for 24 hours. And 10% of all sales go to the Sydney's Children's Hospital, which we find super dope. So be sure to go over there and purchase yourself a bottle. And don't be shy to let them know that you're coming from the FireCast community so we can all spread the love. Thank you. Did we get anonymous penises or no?
There's a couple. Yeah, there's a couple.
Are they worth reading?
Yeah, I think some of them are worth reading.
All right, let's go for it.
Let's give them a whirl, shall we?
Let's see what you fucking baked
Like,
cunts are sending us this
You
time.
should know by now. You can go on our links and just leave an anonymous question. This one says, "Welcome back, Joey Thunder God. We miss you. Drop some advice." Lol.
Oh, Joey's got a little fan.
Advice on what?
Johnson advice. What the hell, man? I need advice sent my way, not giving
Help this
advice.
guy,
You know what I mean? No, there's no advice here, man. Just live life, laugh. What is it? Live, laugh, love. Some crazy doormat shit. You know, those generic fucking.
God damn it.
This one says, I mean, I got this. I'm sure we'll talk about this anyway. But it says, if you're going to talk about the two nurses getting fired, it's ironic their behavior was weird, but at the same time, why are you on Omegle TV at work? You guys know about that nurse? The nurse.
What
shit
the
that was-
fuck?
No,
What?
I don't know nothing
Yeah, that-
about.
Are you serious? You don't know what he's talking about?
What
Tori, do you know? Do you know?
No, I'm not.
Really?
I've not really been on socials lately. 'cause
Yeah.
I'm busy.
Well, there's big news right now in Australia. So there was these two fucking nurses, right? One was a dude, one was a girl, and they were at work on their break or something, and they were having a online chat with like an Israeli influencer guy, right? And they found out he was Israeli, and they were Arab of some kind, and they started saying like
What the nurses were Arab?
that the nurses were Arab, and they started saying, "We'll kill."
I did see this.
Yeah, they say they're like proud, saying, "Oh, I kill Israeli patients. I've killed Israeli patients before. If they come in, I'll kill them. We're not going to serve Israeli patients. We hate." But just real horrific shit.
What?
Right?
This is in Australia?
In Australia, yeah, and they got fired, and I think it was Blacktown Hospital or something.
Bro, fucking deport these
yeah,
fuckers, bro. That shit is not
And
on, bro.
They had to apologize in the hospital. They've been like fired immediately and all that shit. But like,
You can't let them go into
Oh,
fucking
man.
health
Yeah.
again.
Big
no
news.
way. What's happened here?
Yeah, so, excuse me, two Bankstown hospital workers, their names Ahmed and Sarah, were captured on a video chat website by Israeli content creator, an Israeli content creator saying they would refuse to treat Israeli patients. In the video, the nurses threatened to harm and kill Israelis, but a New South Wales health investigation has found no evidence that their patients have actually been adversely affected. And that's both of them.
That's the thing as well,
How
right?
dumb,
I'm
eh?
not saying that it's justified, but I think they were obviously just talking shit, saying, "Oh, I've killed Israeli," blah blah. But that's bad as well. I'm not saying, I'm not excusing them, because that's just fucking stupid. The fact that first you're at work and you're a nurse and you're on an Omegle chat with an Israeli influencer.
Yeah.
First of all, you got a job. How about you do your job? No one's paying you to threaten Israeli people. You know what I mean? But
I also think, everyone's allowed, obviously what they were saying is not correct, but we know how people feel about Israel, Palestine, all this stuff. When you're in a position like this, especially in one where you serve your community so highly, it is really like you have to serve everybody that comes through, right? Like I know that Ash has said similar things to this, not this, but like being a nurse or a doctor or somebody that works in a hospital, you get all sorts of patients that come through there that you might not agree with, they might be crazy, like whatever. In your position where you serve others so highly, like you have to put your opinions aside. You don't get to just pick while being in that position, oh, I'm, going to serve and help these people and not someone else, you know what I mean? But yeah, this article just says that I think they've just been stood down. I don't necessarily know what that means, whether they've 100% been fired, but it just says
they have.
Oh, they have.
They definitely have been fired.
Okay.
They're saying there might be charges, but they don't know.
Maybe that's what they meant. It says pending investigation.
Yeah.
yeah, man, that's one way of bludgeoning at work, right? I can think of so many ways. Just go sit on the shitter for 20 minutes and scroll. I'd rather we're talking about doom scrolling on TikTok. Just have a little bit of a doom scroll, all right? Maybe if you want to anonymous, TikTok comment to some Israeli guy. That's better than, it's bad, but it's better than you're in your work attire. You're a nurse, right? There's other people with clipboards. Imagine other nurses walking around with clipboards, and you see these two like, I will fuck every Israeli person up. Like, what the? People are crazy, man. See, it's not just in America. Crazy people are in Australia too.
Yeah.
They're captured by the fucking narratives, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's what the hospitals have said too, that like people have to trust you in these positions, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they can't be scared that they're going to be killed or injured or not served because,
they're just a person.
of where they were born or who their family is or whatever.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, that's
And the Israeli people that are here, they're not the Israeli people that are involved in Israel and all that, right?
well,
It's like they're just because you're Israeli, it's like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like,
exactly.
it's not fucking. Let's not blanket statement everyone.
That's what irks me about it. It's
Yeah.
like everyone just has these blanket terms.
Yeah.
Then on a similar note, this person says the double standards from the Australian politicians about the nurses, about the hospital being bombed. I'm sure you boys have heard about the Palestinian-Israel thing. What was in the workplace was wrong, but what I don't know. I think it's wrong to not condemn the hospitals being bombed. So they're basically saying that it's different though, man. Like you can't.
What happened?
He's saying that he's trying to steel man the position of the fucking Palestinians that like, what about the hospitals being bombed over there? So we're angry about this, but then there's hospitals being bombed in Palestine.
You can't.
But it's not. You can't compare that.
Yeah, apples to oranges, bro.
Yeah.
You like it. I've said this 1,000 fucking times, bro. Like if you're gonna go over there and do something, go do something.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah,
Like
fair.
don't bring that shit here. Like it's sad. I get it.
Yeah.
But like.
Things aren't that bad here, but so you can't compare here to there.
Exactly,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just insane. Like, it's absolutely insane. Like, no one should be fucking treated differently at the hospital, regardless of fucking anything.
Yeah.
Skin color, where you're from, what your fucking family name is. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't like that shit. Like, so, yeah. Fucking move on.
This person says, heard the last episode you two were saying things about DistroKid being really dodgy, not paying artists, and they even got sued by Spotify. Yeah, I actually found a new distributor, by the way.
Did you?
Musable. Shout out Musable.
Did they move all your stuff
Finally.
across?
Or I'm in the process of
What
doing
was
it.
your previous?
DistroKid.
They are fucking
And why?
ass.
Why are they asked?
They're just...
Because first of all, they're an American company, and second of all, I've had too many issues with them where they've fucking charged me twice or they removed my songs and all this bullshit. Like they're just hard to talk to. And the main thing for me was I want an Australian fucking company.
Yeah.
Give me
Yeah.
fucking Australians. So Musable, they're Australian. And it's funny, the person who I was emailing, right, they had their name in the email, and I was having problems and I didn't want to email straight away. So I searched the name on Instagram and I was already following the person. They're like a
music like person. I was like, what the hell? So I said to him on Instagram, I'm like, look, I'm trying to do this and this is happening, and they helped me through all the way. And they're really nice, man. They're really helpful, really good. So yes, I'm going to be using Musable now. I'm going to transfer all my shit over. I suggest you do the same. Musable, it's like $20
Is it easy to
a year.
use?
$20 a year.
I'm still wrapping my head around it.
20
And it's unlimited uploads, yeah.
Wow.
Some of them are free, you know.
God damn.
Some are free, but they take a percentage
How much?
of your royalties.
Yeah.
How much was distro?
Like 90 a year.
Like I pay like 130 a year for distro, you know.
And the difference is
The same.
it's the same.
It's the same shit.
That's crazy,
They all
man.
do the same shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yes, so shout out Musable. Is there any more of these?
Talking about music, you got any music dropping anytime soon, or what's the go there
I've got
music
a-
wise
I've
on
got
the music front?
Couple songs that are with you.
Yeah,
So
I've got 3 songs that we're doing. I've got me and him have a collab with Megalodon, which is another glitch hop one. That one's fucking insane. Then there's another one. This is the rap one, which is the beat to Shady. That's fucking insane as well.
Yeah.
And then the newest one you sent me.
yeah, which isn't
So
your beat.
We've got shit banked up.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, nothing ready to drop though. So, but yeah, there will be coming.
There'll be something very soon.
Nice.
If you could change one thing in the past, what would it be? It's a pretty broad statement.
Pretty vague.
In our past,
I was
or
just
the
going to say
past?
in our part. That's literally what I was just going to say. What about in the past?
Probably Hitler.
When Adam
I was going to say that, but I thought that's too easy.
when Adam ate the apple or whatever and started all of us.
I think
How do we go back to the beginning of
yeah,
evolution?
just take us back to where we're eating nuts and berries with leaves on our dicks and
I
shit.
think Tupac and Biggie. I wish that shit didn't happen, and I wonder where they'll be now.
Of all the things to stop,
Yep.
Joey's like, no, this rap beef.
Yeah.
I think about what Tupac and Biggie would be doing now all the time.
That's what I mean. So not about like, it's just like, I reckon they'd be like Dr. Dre in terms of the big producers and stuff. You know what I mean?
I reckon Park would have gone crazy like Kanye.
No,
This guy.
you know, I
like
reckon-
curly hair and shit.
I reckon Puck would have been doing a lot more movies and rapping.
I reckon Park would have eventually gone to politics. I reckon. Surely,
I don't
come
know,
on, bro.
maybe.
He was too well spoken for that shit. Like for that persona he was putting on the whole thug thing. That was cap, bro.
He was
that
an actor, man.
that motherfucker was too well spoken, bro.
Yeah.
Too well spoken. Yeah, these other guys can't even fucking string a sentence together and shit. And this guy's out here like fucking doing mathematics.
I don't think just because an African American man can speak well that he should be a politician.
No, just him in general. Just him in general. Like
okay.
he and plus with the
He
influence,
was ahead of his time
with
in
the
terms of
influence he
mentally.
had as well on the people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
usually tend to go
Maybe,
towards
yeah.
politics.
You know who I think is the most underrated rapper, and he's probably in
Wait,
my
give me a
top
hint.
5.
Can you give me a hint?
Those-
Or will I not guess it? Well,
You might guess it. Those kind of guys, like Eminem back in the day, Dr. Dre, hanging around those kind of guys, all right?
Lil Wayne.
So pretty famous, but just so underrated, man, and so good. Exhibit, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I listened to my friend of mine. He listens to literally like Metallica and shit. So random as that he referenced this song, but he goes, "Oh, I heard you like rap," and I forget what song it was. I'll play it for you after. But it was an Exhibit song, and I remember it was old school Asbro, and I'm like, he's so hard on tracks, man. He's like deep, like yo, like it's very deep.
He's like almost
he's
barking
so
at you.
cool, man.
Yeah.
What's the difference between us? About 5 bank accounts, 2 ounces, and 3 vehicles. Like, bro, that's hectic, man.
mad.
But
That's the
he's
cut.
got an album coming out this month.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's
apparently it's
making
really
music.
good. Yeah,
okay.
Apparently it's,
He
like,
must have heaps of mad features, I reckon.
the dude who was interviewing him who heard the album said like it doesn't sound like you're old and you're trying to really like it sounds so like it just fits in with that old era like it's effortless.
So
Like,
he hasn't
cool.
changed. He hasn't like strayed from the what got him to the dance.
Cool.
So yeah, but he's mad, man. And then this one says, I think the last one says, "What's up with Kanye's tweets?"
Oh god.
What do you mean?
know what
This guy
cunt
is a fucking.
So I don't know about his latest tweets, but like
Oh, bro,
he's
done.
he's been tweeting for fucking like he's been tweeting questionable stuff for years now. But what's he said? What's the latest?
I think he's finally cancelled, guys. I think Kanye's
Yeah.
finally done. So for the Super Bowl, right? He did this at the last Super Bowl too, but this time he put a Super Bowl ad, right? And the ad was just him on his iPhone in the car, and he's like, "I spent all the money on the commercial, so I have to film the ad on my phone. Just go to Yeezy.com." But he does it a lot more goofy than that. You go to Yeezy.com. The only product for sale is a white shirt with a swastika, big swastika on
Yeah.
it. And then he was on his
God.
Twitter saying, "I'm a Nazi," and saying all this shit and saying just... It was so bad that Elon had to ban his account from Twitter.
You know when Elon's stepping in to save you, and you're like,
Elon's gone, all right. Like, come on, man.
The guy who's all for free speech and everything had to ban him. That's how bad he was. Fucking, like,
Wow,
it was,
man.
Yeah, real bad.
Oh, gosh.
And I think I've seen a lot of people actually finally saying, you know what, I'm going to stop playing Kanye's music. Like, it is.
Oh, man.
because so many people say this, and I've said it, right? Man, he's a genius, and sometimes to be a genius, you got to be a bit crazy. But then it's like, I feel like his craziness has exceeded his ability to make music.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
even his latest albums have been flopped. They've flopped.
Did you
They've
see?
flopped,
Did you
bro.
see his missus on the red carpet? She was
Yeah.
basically
she
nude.
was
Yeah, I've
like-
seen that.
Basically
they
nude.
got divorced now as well.
Oh,
Well,
did
they
they?
got- yeah, apparently they got divorced.
Serious.
I don't know
Well-
if that's related. Like,
Yeah, and
well-
there's no prenup.
So she's
Oh,
getting all
my.
that
So
money.
she's a smart woman.
Yeah.
Somebody I
what do
seen
you
a
mean?
tweet.
She's a smart
There's no
woman.
prenup.
So she's gonna get
So
half
she's
of his
gonna get
shit.
half
yeah.
of all of his stuff. And somebody was on Twitter because like everyone's been calling her fucking a loony bin, right? But everybody's
Was
now
that her plan?
Everybody's now like, wow, I wasn't familiar with your game. Like,
Well, I'm pretty sure if Chloe started going on about Hitler and the Nazis, I'd be like, okay, man, like I might have to
Back it up.
bounce
Yeah.
from
But
here.
If I was a woman and I was in the club shaking my ass, right, my big bunda, and then next minute Kanye's there and he shows me attention, I would do all sorts of things just for a chance to just get half of what he has. Maybe not half of his insanity, but whatever's in that wallet, I want some.
She's
But
Australian, isn't she?
Yeah, she's
Is
Aussie.
she?
She's Aussie.
no
Yeah.
way.
And she looks exactly like Kim.
Yeah,
which is weird.
it's
That's
weird.
crazy,
she
man.
also has like a degree in like architecture or something.
Yeah.
Like she
She knew the whole time, right?
I'm saying, I take my hat off.
But if you get with Kanye, right? Let's just say you're a girl in America, you get with Kanye. After everything you know about Kanye, okay, don't you have a fair idea? You know how when you meet someone new, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, you
guy's
show,
crazy.
you show that person in that first honeymoon stage what your version of what perfect is, right? Not intentionally, you're not faking, but it's that lust feeling where you're like, oh, I wonder what this person give me, blah, blah, blah. We've seen all the tweets, okay? We know how I've never met him, but I can imagine how he is. If you're a girl, if you're a woman getting with Kanye, are you not questioning straight out the gate, is this the person for me? And-
I'd be in it for only the money.
exactly. So that had to be her plan, right? As a female,
Yeah.
would that you reckon that was her plan? That's the most likely story? Who
don't know.
knows?
We'll
Who
never
knows?
know.
They've been together a couple of years at least.
True, true.
My prediction is I feel like he kills himself.
Can I also
I see
just,
that happening.
That's morbid.
Maybe
Can-
this year.
Can I also just add a couple of other things that he said? The rapper also praised like Elon Musk as the most lit person that has ever been on Twitter, adding that the Tesla CEO, quote unquote, stole my Nazi swag.
Oh my god.
And then the rapper then professed his love for pornography before posting several porn videos.
See,
I mean, on that we can agree.
he's
Nah.
clearly having a
He's
meltdown.
unwell.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he is.
he's really unwell, and I think
Yeah.
there's an element of it as well that is quite sad because I think he does suffer from mental illness. I
But
think
what
that's
kind?
so.
what are we talking?
I don't
He's
know.
got bipolar.
Asperger's, bipolar.
Dude, I fucking said this a couple episodes, well, maybe last year. I said this. He was fine. He was one of the best music goats of our time, and he would have seen some shit in that industry. And over the years, bro, it just deteriorates your brain. I'm telling you right now, I stand by that fucking
Well,
statement.
He's actually got bipolar.
He's crazy.
He's diagnosed with bipolar.
The shit has sent him crazy. He got rich, but it cost him his madness.
I said
You know what I mean?
I said Asperger's, but that's so wrong because I think Asperger's is like literal autism. Like,
It
you
is,
can't speak.
This guy's walking around the house going, blah, 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 blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
It was,
Shit like
it
that.
was
Like,
really since his mum died, to be honest with it.
That on
I
top
mean,
of it,
fair.
that on
Okay,
top of it,
that-
like
that's the thing, man. Like, I know he's crazy. I know he's done questionable things, but like a lot of things, it's like when I see a homeless person on the street, sometimes I'm like, what's your story, man? Like, I want to just empathize with you and just be like, I know he's crazy. I know he's saying like Nazi this, Nazi that. That's fucked, right? And that's bad. But I'm just saying, on the other hand, I feel like I want to know, you know, the cause of this. You know, what is it? Is it just because you're bipolar? Is it like Iggy said, is it shit you've experienced in the music industry? I know we'll never know. So this is like I'm throwing shit at a wall here. But like, I just want to know, you know what I mean? Like, what is it? Because that guy is fucking insane, man.
I'm pretty sure he said on a video once that the Illuminati sacrificed his mum. I'm pretty sure he said
But
that.
that's the thing with him. Whatever he says, you got to take it with a grain of
You don't
salt,
know.
man. If he's feeling a certain way and he's throwing up swastika signs, and it's like, then the next day is like doing interviews that are awkward as, and yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's a weird one, man. But
well,
And then as well, right?
there goes our Kanye sponsor.
I'm not saying this is I'm not saying this is bad to be an older person and to have had that many partners and still be unsuccessful at love. But do you ever think like when you're at a certain age and you've gone through all these women or men, if you're a woman or whatever, man, whatever. But I'm like, if you're at a certain age, there's nothing wrong with being single at a certain age. It's not necessarily your fault. But if you're Kanye, could you sit down in a quiet room and be like, I'm definitely the problem. You know what I mean? Like,
I don't think he's in the mental headspace to think like that. Look at what he's posting on
no, of
Twitter.
course. I'm just, of course. Yeah, he isn't. But then again, you know, you're with Kim K. She's got her head screwed on. But then again, rich people, you never know. They look like they have all their shit together, but you never know. If you're dating in that rich pool of people, already you're at like, it's good in terms of financial, but you never know who's like what they're like.
The money doesn't mean shit. They're just crazy and have problems, but they just have money.
And
That's all it is.
These Hollywood people, I've been tipped like recently. It's made me realize. I've always known this, right? Everyone knows this, but it made me realize even more. This Blake Lively and fucking Justice and Hold On shit, right? What made me realize more is these Hollywood people are just so out of touch and different. They're just crazily. Different, both her and him, right? It came. If you don't know, it's fucking a big deep rabbit hole. But anyway,
Tori read the whole.
I read the
whole thing.
168 pages.
Yeah, well,
in about 3 minutes.
But it made me realize because she's weird and he's weird because they're just Hollywood. Like her message about the Khaleesi, the dragon, who talks like that, and then just him. He sent her a voice message at 2 a.m. or something, and just the way he's talking, these actors, they talk like they're acting all the time. They're just so out of touch with reality. It's fucking weird. Yeah. But we can go down that rabbit hole if you want, but fucking hell, it's
a big rabbit hole.
Do you have the ability to summarize it, like condense it? Because I know you have I feel like you have a good way with like condensing.
That's a job for ChatGPT.
Yeah, it's about whether you want to go down that rabbit hole though. It's like,
true.
I think the long and short of it is obviously they were filming that movie together that he was the director for. Originally, he was the one that...
Justin Baldoni.
Yeah, he produced it. He was the director. He had full creative control, and Blake Lively came after. Like, he was first and she kind of was casted after, and everything started out really well, very amicable. They were seeing eye to eye, all this sort of stuff. Very friendly, 2 a.m. messages, you know, from both of them. Very friendly, very weird. If you read the screenshots, it is very much giving like
too
actor,
friendly.
like actor as well.
Strange.
And then ultimately it kind of all went south over several things, like too many things. There was just little remarks or little things that she would take the wrong way. But based on what I read in the court document that he submitted, which is live to the public, by the way, he literally put it on a website for everyone to see, is that she just started wanting to take over full creative directive control. She wanted control over the wardrobe, the final cuts, the scenes, scripting, like everything she was wanting her input on. And ultimately it came down to, if I don't get control over these things, I'm not, one, going to be a part of the movie, and they'd already progressed way too far, like into the filming and everything. Two, I'm not going to promote it. She's one of the biggest actors in the world at the moment. If she doesn't promote it, they'll get...
She look like
Blake Lively.
They'll get no press or anything. And there was a lot of emails from her, which are included in that pretty much say, if you do not do X, Y, Z, I will not, blah, blah, blah. Which then ultimately led to her being put on as the producer and the executor, and him kind of getting put to the back, and he wasn't allowed to be a part of any of the premieres. He wasn't allowed to be a part of any of it, none of the interviews. And then that kind of all wrapped up, filming wrapped up, and then she tried to start this by saying like she was going to sue him for... What was it?
Calling her fat or something?
Sexual harassment. Calling her sexy.
Sexual harassment. And then
fat
that's when he provided all 168 pages, because she had provided evidence but had left out context and her replies and this and that. And that's where he's now provided 168 pages of everything.
Good on him.
And has been like...
he's got this in the bag.
fucking
Yeah.
what a head.
Yeah, and apparently
Holy shit, she's ugly.
She was leveraging
God
Taylor
damn.
Swift, and you know what's crazy, right? This is what opened my eyes a little bit. That Taylor Swift, right, is her child's godmother, and they're very close friends, right? And then Taylor Swift, who's very like left leaning and very women empowerment, always back the girl, always that. And one of her best friends, Taylor Swift, has now distanced herself
from her and is not supporting her publicly or nothing. When if you know Taylor Swift's not on your side, you know you're probably in the wrong, bro. Like, especially in this
Hollywood
situation.
sweetheart is going against you, then you know you've done something wrong.
Especially with the things she's claiming and stuff, and like of all people, Taylor Swift, one of your best friends, and like super women empowering and everything, isn't backing you. It's like, you know, something's weird here.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, that's what, like you said, man. Like you said, like people in Hollywood, they have like nothing better to do. They're too busy making movies and doing shit that most people aren't. That they cause these problems that shouldn't even be a problem. You know, and if you're an actor in a movie, just act, man. You don't have to direct. If you're not a director, is that what she was going for? Producer, director? Yeah. Then just act, man. Just act.
See, that's why a good actor is Travis Fimmel, the Aussie guy who plays Ragnar Lothbrok.
He's amazing.
Bro, I was watching a podcast or interview with him. And he's such a sick cunt, bro. He's
such an Aussie.
He's doing the podcast with a fucking beer and shit, right? He's got a schooner, right? And the guy asked him in the interview, goes, so like, what about like the whole like method acting thing? And like you see people like Johnny Depp and all them say that, like they get stuck in character for like months afterwards. He just goes, that is so over dramatized, mate. He goes, that's never happened to me. He goes, I'm just acting, and then as soon as I clock off, I'm back to me. He goes, they over dramatize that, and everyone in the comments is like, this cunt's a sick cunt. And you can tell instantly his face. He's like, bro, like don't listen to those idiots. Like they're just so out of tune. It's like what you're saying. They're so out of touch with reality. It's like,
I think because like if I was an actor, I'd probably bullshit about method acting because I feel like there's something cool about like, or at least it's seen as being cool. Like, you know, when Heath Ledger was method acting so much, he was kind of on pills and shit, so that's kind of different. But the Joker character apparently consumed him so much, maybe against his will or with his will, whatever, but that he was always the Joker. Like he locked himself away.
I also think that comes down to drug use.
Mental health.
Okay,
sorry, that's that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like,
what else? Give you an example of method acting.
With Johnny Depp though, he has been off his
method
head.
Acting?
Yeah, but he's claimed to be method acting and stuff before. But everybody that
method acts is like on drugs.
not everyone, but you can see how they're not in a clear state of mind.
Yeah.
Well, Jared Leto does it apparently, and Jared Leto was annoying as to everyone on the set. Apparently.
Oh, really?
Shia LaBeouf did it. He wasn't showering and shit. Stinking out the whole set. Like, please shower, man. Like, wasn't brushing his teeth and shit. You gotta do a scene with the motherfucker, your nose to nose. Like, fuck, bro.
Apparently, Shia LaBeouf beats women, so I feel like he's got some mental health. So basically, if you method act, you either have mental health problems or drug abuse.
These Hollywood people, they're just not right, man. Something wrong with them.
So when you see Joey fucking dressed as a Joker walking through St. Clair shops, the cunts just fucking had a couple of billies.
That's it.
That takes us to... Oh, no.
Wrong button.
Sorry, boys. I'm rusty on the buttons, man.
Welcome to the Reddit.
Yes.
Joey, read it out. I don't know. Oh, that's yours. This is mine. I've got the pirate hat.
Can I have the bunny ears? Can I have the ears?
Give me that.
Okay, Tori can wear the police hat.
So the Reddit topic for this week is, what is your worst minor injury? Now, this is an emphasis on minor, people. This isn't broken bones. This isn't falling from a fucking 20-story building. That's death. But it's literally minor injuries. Quite common injuries that I think all of us can relate to be honest.
Start us off, Joey.
When you're shaving your private bits and you nick yourself right in the crease of your leg where the hem of your undies go, that shit itches so bad, but you can't just scratch your crotch in public or explain that it's not your crotch that's itchy. It's the area mere centimeters from your crotch. And then someone says, she's obviously a woman, ouch, yes. Or when you nip your actual lips and it stings and burns when you pee.
I can confirm.
I don't know if you've done this. And someone said, I've pulled the skin tight so it didn't get nicked and caught the nail of my middle finger on the razor before.
I have done that.
Have you?
I have done that, yeah, where when I didn't have acrylics on, I have nicked, I can't remember if it was because I was shaving my coochie, but I was shaving something and I've nicked it with the razor and it goes like through the yeah, I've done that. I was just gonna say, the crease sucks, but as a female, obviously you've got more bits to try and open, and that definitely
of course.
sucks.
It's like a mystery bag in there. I feel like we just got everything's external with guys. It's so easy. You know what I mean? But have you ever nicked
What you
your
see
ball
is what
sack?
you get.
Have you
No,
ever nicked
no.
your balls? So
I've been good.
I have the Manscaped kit now, so I'm sweet. But back in the day when I used to think like when I first started having sex, I thought that to shave down to the fucking skin. You know how it feels like it feels like it was soft as my palm, right?
Yeah.
And I thought this is how they do in the pornos. And I would shave my balls so like intensely that I would
bleeding and
that I would pull my sack so it's like no creases. But then I remember just like nicking my nuts once and it just started bleeding and I was like so dramatic because I was like anything from bleeding from that region.
Did you go to the hospital?
No. But I was about to call. I was like, yeah, but that shit is just like, yeah. And I don't understand people that nowadays, right, you shave with a razor, automatically that regrowth is growing back tenfold. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you're not shaving with shearers,
I'm still with the razor.
Razor?
Yeah.
Yeah, for my balls.
Wait,
But I'm not like a hairy guy though.
wait.
Like I don't.
Razor on your privates?
Yeah, everywhere. Literally everywhere.
But like, so you don't do, you have bare.
No. So I'll use a shaver like on my like chest hair and shit. But like it's like hardly ever. Like I don't have to.
I think the fact is, if you're not hairy to begin with, you're not going to notice much of a difference. If I went razor right to
It'd probably
everywhere,
take you forever,
and not just that, but it looks weirder.
Yeah,
I'm used to I always leave a bit of stubble everywhere, just a little bit.
That's also my preference. I don't like clean shaved.
Yeah,
anywhere.
you don't. If I shave my legs fresh and I get in bed, no matter how much you shave your legs, from me anyway, if you rub against the grain, you always feel the prickles.
Yeah.
So that's when she's like, I'm in bed. She's like, I feel like I'm sleeping with a woman. And I'm like,
I'll give you one for nicking. I had a rusty nail scrape the crease of my elbow. Every time I opened or closed my elbow, it would open. This torture continued for 3 months. So he's scratched right there with the nail. Oh, fuck yeah.
This person says, I once gained a slight cut on the inside of my foreskin. That shit just didn't heal for months because every time I would pee or masturbate, it would open back up again. Annoying as all hell.
How do you get that though? How do you get a cut on the inside?
I don't know. Are you like, yeah, what's sucking you off? Is it like a fucking little rabbit? Like,
It's fucking weird. Cracked rib. You can't cough, sneeze, or laugh.
yeah, I don't know. Is that minor? Is that minor injury?
Yeah, cracked rib because you can still walk around and do shit.
See,
You just
my
hurt.
brain goes major. This is major because I feel like ribs. You take a breath in.
Joey not being able to poo is major.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I think we all have very different
Yeah.
definitions.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Ingrown toenail. My nasty ass ingrown nail. The blood coming out of my left side is one of 3 shots they gave me to numb it. Yeah, how do people get ingrown toenails? Is it because no one is biting their toenails, right?
I think it's just from when the
nail just develops into the actual.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This person says, scalding your tongue on hot soup or chewing on something and getting that crunch when you bite down hard on your own tongue.
That's the
And it makes your
worst.
eyes water.
That's the worst. Or when you have you guys ever had really hot food like by accident and your vision like
Yeah.
you almost like black out? Like I'm talking like
Wait, are you putting
molten lava in your
no,
mouth.
I'm talking about
it's just
heat.
hot. Yeah, the
like
heat.
when it's heat and you get like, oh my god, your chest starts
Yeah.
to like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah, not really, to be honest.
Just blow on your food, man.
Dylan's like, I just blew.
Tori's
my
cooking her fucking soup
Tori
in a
gets,
cauldron.
Tori gets hungry, so as soon as it's off the pan, she's like,
Yeah.
Had 2 stitches on top of my head. Regretted every time I laughed.
oh.
Laughed on like your scalp or
Yeah, what?
your
Yeah, on the top of the
forehead?
head.
What does that mean when you laugh?
Ha ha ha.
So you'd be like,
Oh, damn. This
Why
guy,
would your head hurt?
that guy must laugh so hard.
yeah. His mouth's really wide.
His scalp
His
opening
head
up.
starts bleeding from laughing. When your asshole gets raw from diarrhea, I believe someone said, I believe that's called ring sting.
I've never heard of that before.
Ring sting.
Yeah, ring of fire.
This is my last one. When I first started running, I thought I could cheap out and not buy running shoes.
Oh.
Do not do this. Your legs fall off after a week. I tried again a few months later with proper shoes and never stopped 7 years later. Motherfucker, does it suck when my knees act up? I think this person just wanted to say that they've been running for 7 years.
Yeah, I know, right?
Congratulations.
This one's a fucking doozy. when you cut your toenail too short accidentally.
Oh, yeah, that
Oh, that one is
Yeah.
fuck. 'Cause it takes a solid 3 days for it to go away. Oh.
I think I got one more.
Me too, I think.
When you hit your elbow on some kind of edge of a table or something and your whole arm begins to hurt. She's like, I don't know what the specific name of it is. And someone's like, it's called funny bone, but
Yeah.
I think it's the ulnar nerve, but it's not funny, so it's kind of dumb. And someone said maybe that it's because it's next to the humerus, which I didn't know. That's why it could be called the funny bone,
Oh, that makes sense.
right?
And this is my last one. I sliced my finger against a blade of grass. It only hurt because I saw it.
What?
It's a literal
So
blade.
he would have had his hands like on the grass, and then he's probably looking at his hand. Then he's moved his hand, and the grass has gone like a paper cut.
Yeah, that's like a paper cut though. But have you guys ever had a paper cut in between?
The web. Oh,
I remember like in school, I feel like I used to get them, and those were the worst.
what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're grabbing
why-
the paper
I
like
don't
this. Here you go, meth. I'm
I
like,
don't know. I don't know.
Okay, ready? Would you rather
Here we go.
Would you rather get a toothpick, wedge it under your big toenail and kick a wall, or get a piece of paper and the middle bit of your
oh
tongue?
my god, can't the toothpick and the toe.
the
Oh,
tongue.
no, the
yeah.
tongue. Be the
toothpick,
tongue.
bro. Yuck! I feel weird now. That's fucked.
I'm pretty sure your tongue
God damn.
heals the
Like-
fastest, doesn't
Yeah.
it? So, yeah,
'Cause
your
it's so
toe
full
under your
of-
toenail, kicking a wall, are you crazy?
Imagine the
I'd
toothpick
probably
going
do tongue as well.
right. We'd just be all looking like serpents, like full
Yeah.
snakes, like
Ugh, I hate
Ew.
that shit.
Well, that does us, I guess, for Reddit. Thank you very much. Does the mushroom approve? He needs a name. Henry, it is.
oh, Henry.
Henry the mushroom.
Or comment, leave a comment. Or
Yeah.
send in
Let us know.
message
Yeah,
what you
some
think it
name
should be
suggestions.
Name suggestions for this mushroom. We are also going to get hermit crabs. We're going to name them Tori, Joey, Iggy, and Dylan. I think it'd be cute if we have them here.
Nice.
Did you notice my TikTok, my latest TikTok videos?
No.
Different? I started censoring the swear words.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because I think
Because
that
TikTok
Does
hates
that
us.
help?
I think it does. I think it does.
Yeah, probably.
People seem to think it do, and that's why they say they do that dumb internet speak where they say unalived instead of killed.
Yeah.
Fuck that
Yeah.
shit,
I
man.
hate that shit. But
Or
I
even
think
even
it
like
works.
it is a hard word. Even the word like you can bleep it, but even the word rape, they say grape. Or
Yeah,
they
yeah,
say like you said, unalive.
Same
Yeah.
with my averages, but porn.
Corn, yeah.
I hate that
Really?
shit. That's so.
That's kind of. I feel like that's weird. Like porn isn't bad. I think that word like rape is pretty heavy, right? So I get that, but it is a word explaining something. I feel like we're kind of like diddle dallying around the topic if we're just worried about words and like their meanings. Like it's not
Yeah.
a derogatory term. You know what I mean? It's not like the N word. It's not. Like, it's just explaining a thing, right?
Yeah, that is
But
true.
for TikTok, I think
Yeah, it would help.
I was sick of my videos. The same formula. When the same formula isn't working as well as you want it to, you got to change.
Yeah.
Gotta
So I was
change
like,
it up
fuck
a
it, I'll
little bit,
try
yeah.
censoring the way. I found an easy way to do it, and then I changed how they look. I'm going to start. So hopefully we can start to get more traction again.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, you got to change shit up, man.
Trying new things. That's what it's all about.
We keep going, man. That brings us to. We return.
Only believe what we say.
Dum 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 ya. I'm gonna start this off. What the fuck is going on with all the plane incidents? It is freaky as
Yeah,
fuck,
been
bro.
another one flipped upside down.
Bro, since January, it's like 6 or 7 crashes.
Yeah, how many plane crashes or incidents have happened in 2025 already? Because I feel
Freaky.
like in the opening days of January,
Yes.
there was multiple, plane downings. Is that what you call them?
It's fucking scary shit.
Yeah.
How many of them were Boeing planes, though?
Fucking all of them, probably.
Probably, yeah. Seriously,
them.
probably all of them.
We're talking about everything getting better in the future, and for some reason, the
Planes are getting worse, yeah.
Aircrafts are getting worse.
There have been 87 aviation accidents in 2025,
Oh.
according to the data from the National Transportation Safety Board. There were 62 in January and 25 in February.
That's more than there are days of
Holy
this
But
year.
think
Shit.
about it though. Think about how many planes leave every day. You hear about every plane accident, right? Because such high stakes. But think about how many planes leave every day,
Still pretty bad
and
for-
then car crashes. Can you Google how many plane crashes in 2024? How many plane incidents?
Well, there'd be way more car crashes than there are fucking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
2024, there were 1,158 crashes according to the same website.
Holy shit. So wait, how many in 2025 did you say? 70?
87 already.
Oh.
He's like, oh shit,
That's more than days.
Yeah.
This year. We haven't even had 87 days of this year yet.
But yeah, if you look at how many planes leave every day though,
Yeah.
and you only hear about the ones that go wrong, you don't hear about every car crash. If we did hear about every car crash, it'd be non-stop, you know what I'm saying? So
I guess we just have way more faith in the ones driving, piloting the planes, because it's like it's 100% death of when you crash. Whereas in a car, you're not always going to die. You know what I mean? So I think it's 87 this year. That's crazy.
well, the ones that flipped over in Canada or whatever, they didn't die. No one died at all.
And we're going to Europe for 3 months. Holy
It
shit.
was sliding on its fucking roof and shit. Insane. Yeah, no one died for that one. There's even videos of them inside the plane when it crashes. It's fucking crazy, bro.
I've always wondered in a plane crash, like I said in my head, I've said it many times in this podcast, I feel like I have a false sense of what my abilities are and my ability to keep cool is. But I feel like I'm that Liam Neeson character on the plane that just goes, guys, everyone calm down. I have zero.
Have you guys seen the video?
Yeah,
Yes.
I've seen it, yeah.
No, I haven't.
Can you see this?
The fan might be in the way.
That's all right.
Which is weird because it
just
looks like it's a
lands.
smooth landing and then boom.
Oh, wow.
They just hit way too hard.
And then
It was
rolls,
icy,
see?
right?
Yeah. There's a ton of ice on the ground.
See,
Look at that.
me and Tori, we always rate the pilot's landing after we land. So we always go like it's like a thing. Every time we land, we just go, oh, that was a 9 out of 10, or that was a 6 or whatever. That definitely is a 0.
that
It's definitely a minus fucking 10.
Crazy.
Did you see the Aussie tourists in Bali that fucking had that big brawl with the security
I
and the
did
police?
see
Oh, I've seen
Yeah.
something.
No.
Yeah.
What fucking idiots, bro! And you think
What's the story?
Wasn't
There's a
it playing
video
the song "Everybody Wants Kung Fu Fight"? Or was that just the edit I've seen?
That would have been the
I
edit.
swear I've seen someone saying that was actually the song
So-
playing while they're all
No
fighting.
way.
these bloody like Lebanese Aussie dudes in Bali, right? Started punching on. They got apparently escorted out of the club or whatever, and like they're drunk or whatever. Macho start punching with the security and the police, right? And there's one he's holding like a bollard, and one guy's holding the guy, and then he whacks him in the head, and everyone's saying like these guys so like you're so macho and tough in Australia, yeah, you're getting brawls or whatever, but like in Bali, bro, they give you Indonesia, they'll give you the fucking firing squad, bro. So watch, I wouldn't be surprised in 2 months we're seeing these guys crying, trying to plead to not fucking get like how dumb. Bro.
Oh, well, don't bring them fucking back here because
It's
then they
very
just start shit.
That's what
here.
everyone's saying. Everyone's
Yeah.
like, don't bring. We
It's
don't fucking
scary,
want
man. Doing shit in Bali is scary. Like, I feel like you got to cross your T's and dot your I's with everything you do.
Oh, yeah,
there.
fuck yeah,
And
bro.
they're giving us
mate.
a bad name too, man.
Yeah.
Like,
But I mean, they're Aussies, but like, of course they're Lebanese Aussies. Like, no, I'm not saying that. I can say that because I'm, part Arab. But of course, Aussie guys, white Aussie men punch on, right? But I feel like it fits the fucking bill when a couple of testosterone-filled Lebo Australians get together, right? And they're measuring their dick size and they're just like, they don't want to back down from a fight. The older I get, right? Not that I've been a fighter from day one, right? Like I watch UFC every weekend and sometimes I think I can fight because I watch UFC every weekend. But I've never been a fighter, but as I get older, it's the thought of fighting gets grosser and grosser, and you kind of look like Neanderthals.
You look like a retard.
Yeah, no,
You're an
no
idiot.
matter what the cause, like, I guess if it's really, really called for, someone does something extremely wrong where you can't, control your emotions and it's worth it. But most of the fights that people get into can be easily avoided, and it's that thing with like your ego, and
It's
you're
ego.
like, it's that ego, and you're like, oh, this guy's badmouthed me. I can't look like a pussy. But most women cringe at people fighting. But I swear some men think that, no, a woman wants someone that can like hold their own. But it's like,
primal.
yeah.
It goes back to caveman days.
Yeah.
Right? Literally, it's that instinct where,
Yeah.
men think, that's why men think it's attractive to be like that and macho.
Except they're the soft version of cavemen. You know what I mean? But they probably don't ever make a fire. They don't ever make a fire, but they want to fight like cavemen.
Is the video there?
I don't. There's snippets of the video. Yeah, hold on. I can try find the video.
You probably see it on TikTok or something. The news sites are fucking.
Your typical Ivy spec as well. yeah, you go to Ivy and you're like, they're the ones looking like
Hold
they're having
on,
the worst time.
Here's some of it.
He actually hits him in the head.
Oh,
with a
and
fucking
typical, they
bolt.
both have their shirts off and they're very average
They-
looking. They don't have good bodies and they got their shirts off. That's when you know they're
And this
also.
one's got a backpack on.
yeah. Oh, yuck. Look
He's
at him.
fighting with a backpack on.
Next stop, Alibaba. Oh, look at him.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
he's like, we
what a
fucked up.
fool.
I just thought it was funny because, like, yeah, they'd pull that shit in Australia, but then, like, Indonesia, bro, like, they'll give you fucking 30 years jail. They'll give
Yeah.
you fucking
Oh, well,
five. Like,
good.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if you fart too loud, they'll fucking cuff you there.
Good. Kendrick Lamar, Super Bowl.
Did you guys already discuss that? Because I thought you would have by now.
Nah,
Can
no,
we?
we didn't.
Okay.
What a funny cunt. Just when Drake would have been sitting there going, nah, he ain't going to do that shit. And then...
Hey, and you know what my favorite bit of that whole performance
Oh, what
was?
a funny cunt.
When he was walking, right?
he's
He was
staring
walking
at the
and staring
camera,
he goes,
yeah.
say Drake. I hear you. Like, and then he's wearing that A minor chain.
He just can't let it go,
He
eh?
can't.
He can't let
No,
it
but
go.
It
like-
gets funnier. The more petty Kendrick gets, it's not like those two Lebos fighting in Bali. He does so little, but yet does so much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the ultimate. And there was that video of, I don't know if this was a real footage, because I don't know if Drake was even in the film, in the clip, but someone got apparently Drake's posse hanging out at Melbourne at the Crown.
I think that was legit. Yeah,
was
I
that
think- I
legit?
think that was
It was
legit, yeah.
watching the thing. And I'm wondering, if you're Drake, are you watching that publicly, or do you go to your room during
You
the...
go to your
you go to your
room,
room?
yeah.
Do you go to your room? Surely. Because
You go to
if
your
I
room,
see
yeah.
Drake at Melbourne, first of all, I'm sucking his dick and saying, I know I say I hate Drake, but if I see Drake, I'm dapping him up, I'm getting a photo, whatever. I'm fanboying still. But if I seen him watching that, I would be like, I'll get a photo after this finishes. Because imagine during, say Drake, and I'm like, hey, can I get a photo? I hear you like I'm young.
Oh, funny cunt.
So good.
bro.
And Serena Williams crip walking.
Oh, my God. Which is, I didn't even know that's Drake's ex.
I didn't know that
Yeah,
either.
I didn't know that either.
I did not- I did
And
not know that.
apparently Scissor is Drake's ex also. So everyone was saying, you know, he's got two of Drake's exes, you know, one performing with him and the other crip walking.
Gosh, bro. Gosh. What a funny cunt.
And now he did that perfectly, because he didn't finish on that. He finished on the perfect song, which is TV off, like turn the TV off. And when he turns it off, he pretends to do this. Everything goes black and it says game over.
Yeah.
And everyone's like,
cool.
oh, Drake's got to fight back now. And it's like, no,
Nah, yeah,
there's
just-
nothing.
just leave it, bro. Like-
And if you guys don't know, Drake dropped an album recently with Party Next Door.
Did he?
Yeah, it's like and the thing is, it's probably one of his strongest albums he's dropped in a while. But I found it very funny, because in one of Kendrick's diss songs, he says, "We don't like Drake when he acts tough. We like Drake with the we like Drake with the melodies. We don't like
Yeah.
Drake when he acts tough." And all the album is him singing and melodies, because it sounds better. Like, I will give it to Drake, even though this album that I listened to his is the first time I've listened to a full Drake song since that beef happened. But I was listening to it and I was like, he is much better. I do like
melodies.
Kendrick better, but he is much better at the bit of auto tune singing. I like
I
him.
need a one dance. That
See,
type of shit.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
But then when he tries to act tough, that's how I'm like,
This doesn't work,
Yeah. But he just recently had his Perth show. Apparently he had bullet holes in his vest and he was smoking out of the bullet holes. So he's really leaning into this beef, because you kind of have to address it. It's a big elephant in the room everywhere he goes. I feel like the only thing he can do is play into it a little bit.
Apparently, he's been handing out money and shit at his
yeah,
show. Like,
yeah.
handing out,
Oh,
like,
fuck, we got to go to one, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? He's like, no, I've listened to FireCast.
Yeah,
you
fucking-
guys shit on me.
Bro, you know what I love on TikTok? The fucking Kendrick just opened his mouth, so I'm about to stick my dick in there right now. Then I put it in his ass. Have you haven't seen that? Bro, they're so funny.
There's a TikTok trend going out, or was going around, and it's like the girls would play it to their boyfriends, and he's like, and then it plays the dick in his mouth, and they're like, what the hell?
It's like a remix version.
But now they're chopping videos in now of them going like, you know, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone just hand him a Grammy right now, and then it's Miley Cyrus go, and the the Grammy goes to Kendrick Lamar. So it's like he literally got a Grammy, you know, or 5.
Did you see the stem feed they added to TikTok as well? Which I thought you don't have it on your TikTok, the stem feed.
What's stem feed?
So you know how you got your friends feed and then your For You feed on TikTok,
yeah.
and you can switch between the two. There's a new one now called STEM.
Oh, yeah.
And it's all science and math and all like
finally.
which I thought is funny because I think it's
China's always done that.
Everyone's been talking about how China TikTok is all.
So would they have
educational.
already had that STEM thing, or was that just their TikTok? I wonder. That was probably
That
just
was
their
just their
standard
TikTok,
TikTok.
I
Yeah.
oh, that's actually kind of cool.
So they finally went to the rest of the world. We'll give you a bit of smart in there as well.
Yeah.
We're not going to just rot your brains.
Yeah, because there's probably a lot of people talking about it. They're like, "Fuck, all this TikTok is people shaking their ass and fucking
Yeah.
dumb shit." So they're like, you know,
It is, it is interesting to see where that'll go and if that takes off. I hope that it does, and people just don't resort to the dumb doom scroll.
I don't watch it, to be honest. The STEM feed, I don't
That's what
watch
I
it,
mean.
man.
But I don't know, like, I find if like the TikToks, it's so quick, right? I feel like the informational TikToks is where it's at. If you're going to learn anything, TikTok is a good platform to learn because it doesn't give you enough time to get bored unless the topic, the information is boring. You know what I'm saying? It can really summarize it quickly.
And they can post longer videos on TikTok now too. I think you can go up to an hour on TikTok now.
Yeah, no one's watching an hour.
Sometimes I do get sucked into like those longer informational like Kurzgesagt fucking videos and shit. But like, yeah, I'm just not used to using the stem feed. I don't know if it'll.
What's your cutoff, Tori, in TikToks? If it goes over how many seconds are you? Because you have a very impatient. Tori's not. If I show Tori a TikTok. If she's like, how long does it go for? That's her first question.
I'm looking at that white bar down the bottom, and it's moving too
Well, I can picture that this cunt showing you like hour-long docos and shit.
I'll show her a comedy sketch.
Fuck off.
I'll show a comedy sketch or something that she doesn't care about, like a Key and Peele
And it goes
comedy,
7
comedy
minutes,
sketch.
yeah.
And he'll go.
And I look back. I always look at her face to see if she's interested.
But I'm not.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
say
Oh
to you,
my
the other
gosh.
night, I had to say, Bub, not tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck off, Joey,
Sometimes I
please.
force her to watch the whole thing, even though she said no. I go, Bub, you need to listen and you need to watch, and then I'll know she doesn't care, but I feel like maybe she does a bit, but she doesn't. That's all right. Whatever. Sometimes you just want your partner to be on the same, have this exact same interests. You know what I mean?
I don't know if this is true. We're gonna have to look this one up. Vince McMahon's lawyer confirms that the federal government has completed its investigation against the former WWE owner, and it's got McMahon 3, Federal 0.
Yeah, apparently he was out and about and stuff too.
Has he beat these rape allegations? I don't know. I thought I would have seen a lot more on it. Apparently Vince is free. He's now only focusing on his civil suit against Grant. I don't know who the fuck Grant is. So there's another motherfucker trying to sue this guy.
Wow, he looks rough.
Yeah, he's
old,
not
man.
aging good.
Federal prosecutors have ended their criminal investigation into whether former WWE blah, 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 Vince McMahon tried to cover up allegations of sexual misconduct with multiple former employees. The investigations... I'm sorry, I'm just trying to skim through.
There's no way that some of that isn't true or most of it, because when people have multiple allegations, you know what I mean? Like, and his whole career as even going back to the 90s and stuff, I don't know. And that document, the most recent allegations, the documents that were provided, given I didn't read it, Tori did, but 60-something page document, you know what I mean? Like,
It was pretty brutal.
pretty brutal. And my friend Liam, he's an avid wrestling fan, like avid. I can ask him anything and he'll tell me. And even he said, bro, this has been no news for years. Like him being that character he was playing. Well, my mate Liam goes, that is him, but it's exaggerated. Only people now that are not the normies or whatever that don't watch wrestling, they're the ones that are like very, very, very shocked. And Liam was like, it was only a matter of time, you know?
Yeah. So wait, is there anything does it say anything or no?
Yeah, his lawyer put out something saying the case has been closed and that the news reported earlier this week regarding McMahon's former lawyer, who the court ruled wrongly withheld documents from a grand jury, was irrelevant. And then Vince McMahon put out a tweet as well saying the case is closed. Today ends nearly 3 years of investigation by different government agencies. There's been a great deal of speculation about what exactly the government was investigating. Today's resolution shows much of the speculation was misguided and misleading. In the end, there was nothing more than to this than the minor accounting errors with regard to some personal payments that I made several years ago. I'm thrilled I can now put this all behind me. This is sus. Like, what?
Okay, I'll tell you what he done. Do you know when you're trying to finish an exam and it says you need to have 2,000 words and you dance around and
But like how I want to read an article on how the charges were just dropped. What do you mean the
Has to
case
be money,
is
right?
closed?
I reckon money, like
He's paid off heaps of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And they're going, all right.
legit.
He's probably given the chick and all that,
that-
heaps of money.
Did you learn anything from that statement?
Now.
Exactly.
My TikTok is a lot of WWE. I get a lot of
It's
WWE.
it's
shit.
peaking ever since it was on Netflix.
Have you been watching it?
I've been watching
It's
it.
so good. I've been watching. I'm up to date. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Oh, I'm 3 weeks behind or 2. It's just very hard because 3-hour show is a long time.
No, I
but
skip all the shit.
I
Yeah,
skip the shit in between.
matches, yeah.
Yeah. But
I don't watch it, but I just get a lot of clips, old clips.
Bro, you
new
should-
clips,
you should
like-
watch it,
I know
man.
I should, but you seen that Penta
Yeah.
He's cool, man. He's cool. He's like
I watched the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, that was a good
I thought John Cena was going to win, but then
it was too obvious. It was too
yeah, it was
obvious.
too
That was a
obvious.
shit winner though. That everyone was saying.
But they always have a plan. WWE always have a plan.
Yeah.
I reckon now John Cena says he's going to be in the Elimination Chamber.
And wins
my
that,
mate,
yeah.
my mate Liam, who's the crystal ball guru when it comes to that, he reckons that John Cena's going to have another chance at Elimination Chamber and he's going to win via the Elimination Chamber.
Yes.
The reason why they didn't make it Royal Rumble is because, everyone's like, wrestling's predictable.
too
They
obvious,
like to
yeah.
be unpredictable, even though they're kind of predictable. But yeah, they
I
throw a
saw-
spanner in the works every now and then.
Logan Paul's in the elimination.
Bro,
chamber.
he's so good. He's good,
He
man.
can fucking wrestle,
Yeah.
bro. He's a fucking
Say what you
idiot.
will, but
he's an idiot.
He's
but-
athletic as man.
Bro, he can wrestle,
I think
man.
that's his calling. Not fucking. Fair enough. He's got a podcast. Do you boo? Like, get your money. But wrestling, I reckon that's his calling, bro. It's insane how
he's
good he
good.
He
is.
seems to love it too.
Yeah.
He's very dedicated.
And a lot of people like that Speed guy. What's the guy's name?
Oh, Speed.
Oh, he
Yeah.
got Spear tackled in the Rumble. Shit like that. You had Snoop Dogg on there once. Like, but when you get someone in there that's not a wrestler, but who literally embodies everything that is a wrestler, that's when it's interesting because you know that it's not just for his fans. It's literally like he enjoys it, and it's interesting when he actually fights because he can actually compete. You know. I don't know. It's brought me back a lot, man. Maybe the reason I enjoy watching it so much is because of nostalgia. Even though they're all new wrestlers, Rey Mysterio is still doing the damn
Yeah,
thing. That guy
yeah.
will never fucking age. Like he is aging, but man,
You see, he's not wearing the mask all the time as much anymore. He's like,
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's happy to be seen without the mask now.
took years.
Yeah, go ahead, Dory.
Sorry, just reading this article. Sorry, just back on the Vince McMahon thing. There's one line in here that says, although the appeals court described the investigation as still ongoing, McMahon's legal team firmly maintain that the matter's been closed.
wow.
Yeah, okay. So not that he's innocent. It's just been closed.
Yeah.
We've dust this under the rug.
That
know what I
one's
mean?
a bit weird.
Yeah,
Crazy.
He did it.
You got something, Joey?
Crazy.
Yes, I got two little points here. I got there's been recently, actually, within the last 2 days, there's been a mass stranding of more than 150 false killer whales at Arthur River in Tasmania's far northwest for the first time in the state in about 50 years. They're not sure about the reasoning behind the stranding, and there will be attempts to refloat these whales, but the Parks and Wildlife Services downplayed their chance of survival for many of them because of due to the remote nature of the beach and access to moving equipment. The Parks and Wildlife Services are also thinking about just leaving all the whale carcasses there and let nature run its course, as it's a remote beach and there's Aboriginal cultural heritage sites nearby, so they don't want to disturb it with heavy moving machinery onto the beach.
Yeah, wow, look at the photos.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
150 over 150. And I didn't know this, but false killer whales, they're not fake killer whales. When it said false killer whales, I'm like, are they killer whales or are they not?
They're made
But,
of paper mache.
Yeah. Some guy did origami too many times. And he just, yeah, but apparently they're a part of the dolphin family.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
whales.
They're not
Yeah.
whales, even though they're called whales.
They're big-ass
but
dolphins.
they're big-ass dolphins. But
Yeah, well,
like, I
they are
wonder, what were they swimming from? Like, do they want to catch some sun, like catch some rays, and then the tide just, how do whales get stranded? How does anything get
You
stranded?
just get too close by accident to the shore, and then you.
Like, imagine if there was somewhere for humans that we just got stuck. Like, underwater, we'll drown, but at least we can move in water, right? Imagine if we went in the water and we just couldn't move. like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so strange.
Quicksand.
Yeah.
quicksand.
It says in this article, the $1 million question is why they became stranded, but obviously they can become stranded for several reasons. One individual could be sick or disorientated, and it can draw the rest of the pod to follow.
Wow.
We have a really complex coast in Tasmania, so our west coast is where we see most of the strandings. Yeah, there's several reasons, but did you know they've decided there was 157, there's only 90 that are surviving, and they've decided to euthanize them all.
Oh.
Because
Really?
there's no way for them to get them out back onto the
You can't
water.
just get like 20 blokes and just drag them by the tail? Like, what the fuck?
I wonder how much an average false killer whale weighs. But like that.
Yeah, what's the weight of one?
what's the weight of an average
in kilograms?
800, 1,000.
What do you reckon?
About
A ton?
I reckon about a ton.
False killer whale?
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon 1,200.
Or orca.
3,000 pounds, which
What's that?
is,
How many?
It's like 15. That's like 1,500
1,500.
kilos roughly.
136 kilos. 100 and...
1,300 and something.
Sorry, I did 300, not 3,000. 1,360 kilos.
Yeah.
That it, bro. You could easily grab that with a couple
Yeah,
of
I could barbell that.
Yeah.
Get me on an upper body day.
I used to squat that.
Think about squatting like 100 kilos. Now do that 1,360. So you need
Nah,
like,
bro. I reckon I'd be like, come on.
so yeah, they have decided to euthanize them.
Oh,
That's
man.
sad,
I
man.
hate that shit.
And I'll tell you what's crazy. They're going to leave the dead whale carcasses there. So imagine you're going to the
Yeah,
beach
the birds and
you
shit.
just see like all these whale carcasses.
It says that they did try to refloat 2 of them, but they were unsuccessful as the ocean conditions were preventing the animals from getting further out. That's another thing. You got to let the waves take them.
Yeah.
And if they don't, they won't go anywhere. So
Wow,
that
that's so
depends on it as
sad.
well.
That's actually
Sad,
sad,
man.
man.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah.
Well, is your other point happier than that, or?
Yeah.
You always end
Yeah,
up.
you're right. We're trying.
Yeah.
We're gonna stop ending on this shit.
It wasn't. It's not really. This is okay because this really emphasizes life. Okay, it really draws our focus in on life, how much time we have on this earth, but also
It's going to be morbid.
no, it's not. How much more time some animals even have than humans. You know what I mean? So there's 7 animals here that I have a list of that actually live longer than humans. Right?
Turtle,
Birds.
Guess
Birds have the
guess
same.
these. What did you say?
tortoise. Sorry,
Oh, yep, tortoise. Guess how much a giant tortoise can live to?
200 years.
isn't it 300 or something? 400?
80 to 120 years.
Okay. Yep.
What else? What other animal?
Crocodile.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
They do though.
I thought.
Sure.
Oh, they do though, eh?
There's
Let-
a lot.
You know what? 7 animals on this list.
on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Right.
Let
wait.
me fact check
Crocodile.
the
Yeah.
man.
I think crocodiles
Crocodile.
do.
How long do crocodiles live for? Like, they live for fucking like hundreds of years, don't they? They were around during the
Yeah,
dinosaur
I
times.
agree. I agree. They do live longer.
I still got a couple more points anyway. I got 3 more.
Yeah.
It does say the average lifespan of a saltwater crocodile is 70 years.
Ah, okay.
Okay, hey, listen to the man.
Maybe there's
so,
some outliers.
So giant tortoise, 80 to 120 years. What else do you reckon's on this list?
Guinea pig.
No.
Jellyfish.
Yes, and did you know there's an immortal jellyfish
Yeah.
that can live forever?
Ah, wow. Yep. I've heard of this.
Insane. And also, on that point, I was thinking, of course it lives forever. Because what hunts jellyfish? What are jellyfish are scared
I
of?
think, I think
turtles.
turtles eat them. I think,
Turtles eat 'em.
I think
Yeah, turtles-
dolphins might
turtles
even
eat
eat
'em.
them.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought they can fuck up anything with their stingers, so it's kind of like...
Yes, so
The turtle, the African munching turtle.
that's not a thing.
It just munches
Fish,
pussy.
fish, turtles, seabirds,
Give me your money.
whales, and crabs.
Birds and crabs.
Yeah. Come on, Joey. What
Okay.
else is on the list?
We got Asian elephant, 60 to 95 years.
Yep.
We have a bowhead whale, 211 years.
Wow.
We
Wow.
got a Greenland shark, bro.
Oh, they live 400.
250 to 500 years.
Yeah, 400.
Wow.
Okay, so you're ready? Imagine. I'm
Oh.
30 years old. I have 30 years of aquatic experience in the water. Okay. I'm swimming. Next minute, right? Some shark that's been living life for 500
Yeah.
years swims up, and I think I have a chance against that
It
thing.
looks like it's lived 500 years.
Oh my God.
Bro, that
Do you know
thing's like
that-
not even swimming. It's just like,
Do you know how
Isn't that
much?
big?
Do you know how much they've got hunting
Holy
honed in?
shit.
Do you know how good of a hunter you have to be to live a 500
yeah.
years in the water?
no, because they probably don't hunt. They just probably eat like heaps of plankton and shit. So it's very easy for them. So they're not exerting energy, surely.
They are very slow swimmers, moving at about 1.12 kilometers per hour.
So you can get away.
Oh, so you can. Okay.
They grow approximately 1 centimeter per year and can reach lengths of over 6 meters. Despite their large size, they're often elusive, living at depths between 200 and 600 meters. However, they have been found at depths of up to 2,200 meters.
Holy shit.
The secret to their longevity is attributed to its slow metabolism and the frigid waters, lower down. The cold environment slows down the animal's biological process, which contributes. Yeah.
The heart rate and all that.
How crazy is that shit?
I'd
That's
say.
insane.
I feel like the deeper the
the longer they live.
the deeper the sea life.
How
the
bored would
longer.
you be down there though? Like, fucking hell, where's the fucking whale pussy?
They're all washed up on Tasmania Beach.
What else? What else do you
We got
have?
the American lobster, 100 years.
That is a random as
If
one.
only Americans can live longer than that lobster. Coral and sponges,
Yeah, that's a
500 to 11,000 years.
11,000 years.
And
How do they work that out?
And that might be because, like you said, it's a living thing, but it's more like an organism that doesn't really do much.
Doesn't exert any energy.
You know
It's
what I'm
just
saying?
chilling. Like, Yeah, right.
We got rough eye rockfish, which is 200 years, and like we said before, the immortal jellyfish, which I was very, very intrigued in. I didn't know jellyfish could live forever, but this certain jellyfish has a little luminescent light within it.
That's a cool fish too. The wok-eyed rockfish.
Yeah,
That's what you'd be, Iggy.
yeah, you'd definitely be.
I was going fucking all different directions and shit. Yeah, damn.
But like,
Interesting.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's so weird because we always say like, oh, if you could live longer, would you? And people are like, no, our lifespan's good because you experience love, happiness, friends, this and that. Then you die, and it's like, you know, the beautiful story of life. There's an ending, but then for like fish and for all these different animals, it's like they got more time. You know what I mean? Way more time.
We'll be able to live longer very soon. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, it's just gonna get more and more, man. We might be able to live forever. Who knows? Did you see the Argentinian president rug pulled?
Oh god, I seen something about this meme.
He
What a
literally rug pulled, like the president of Argentina did a fucking crypto rug pull.
What an
They're-
idiot.
They're trying to impeach him and
yeah,
shit
that's
now.
illegal. Like it's illegal
Uh,
to a certain degree.
Crypto rug pull is what the Huck Tour girl did.
Yes. So he promoted. He wasn't affiliated with it directly, but he promoted it and posted it on his Twitter, saying it's going to support the economy of Argentina or whatever. Price shoots up to like $5 billion in market cap or something, and then go, and then
And he used the most like that excuse that he knows everyone in Argentina probably living in poverty, I'm assuming.
no, not living in poverty.
Not poverty, but the economy is shit,
Argentina's
right?
not. Argentina's probably one of the most developed in.
Oh,
South
okay.
America.
Yeah.
But regardless,
But
everyone
they-
wants a better economy,
They
right?
are having a terrible economy situation right now, though. It has
Currently.
been for a few years.
So it's a touchy subject, and he used that knowing that everyone would jump on it.
So was he involved with it or not?
Well, he deleted the tweet and
Yeah.
said he didn't understand the ins and outs of it before he promoted it, and then he sent it to his corruption committee himself and said to investigate this.
I believe that. If you're older,
So-
you've got no idea. in
But
that
then
world.
stay
Like,
out of
it's-
it. I don't use crypto
Yeah.
because I don't know about it.
Yeah.
If you're a
Yeah.
50-something-year-old dude and you're running a country, hey, maybe don't get involved in crypto.
Right.
Or send your little offsider. Don't be the front runner going, hey, guys.
It's just unbelievable that the president of Argentina,
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
times we live in, it's fucking
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Soon, bro, presidents will be fucking doing TikToks and
OnlyFans.
live cooking shows and shit.
Live cooking show.
Live TikTok assassinations.
Yeah.
Can I just say his sideburns?
These mutton
Yeah,
chops
they're
are
wild.
Yeah.
They look
Oh.
like they've been glued on.
That's criminal.
He looks like Austin Powers or
Yeah.
something.
That motherfucker's hiding all the crypto in his mutton chops, bro. Fucking he's
Did you see the several injured after someone throws a grenade into a bar in France?
Oh my god.
Oh, my
You hear
God.
about this?
Where's this motherfucker getting grenades and shit from? Like
Yeah, France is crazy, bro. It's a
damn.
scary place.
Imagine being at the bar and be like, can I please get a...
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone died though.
No, it says that 12 have been injured. The motive for the attack is not clear, but investigators say it, quote unquote, may be linked to a settling of scores.
Settling of scores.
So, like, street beef.
They think the suspect, who's yet unidentified, may have also been carrying a Kalashnikov assault rifle. There's nothing that makes us think it's a link to terrorism. It's
Yeah.
just an extreme act of violence.
Just
Give me my weed money.
Yeah.
Well, apparently, there's rumors going around that the president of France is married to his biological father, who's pretending to be a woman.
Is that the whole Michelle Obama being Michael Obama? Is that the same thing?
It's mainly like Candace Owens is pushing this hard, but there's
Candace Owens, that bitch.
she's
man.
really
I can't stand her, man.
going in on it. Like she wholeheartedly seems to believe that the French is fucking.
Do you think
white.
Candace Owens is one of the most hated people in the world?
No, definitely not. But yeah, I mean that's kind of crazy. The last point I had was the teacher in the Marsden High School was pretending to be a cat who got fired. Did you hear about this?
No.
What?
There was a teacher from Marsden High School who
had cat ears on and walking around licking his hand and stuff, and all the kids are filming him and shit, and like he was literally pretending to be a cat, and then I think they fired him or something.
Yeah, I just found the article. He's been accused of hissing at students and licking the back of their hands. The teacher is seen wearing a black and white cat headband in class and at school assembly in the photos first obtained. Oh my god!
Yeah, look at the motherfucker.
He's got cat ears.
Holy fuck.
We can't allow this to happen.
No, these are the people who are supposed to bring up our children and teach them.
One mum alleged the teacher made her daughter purr for a lolly.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
If that was my kids, I'd bash him.
Yeah.
I'd say, cunt, fuck off. I promise you, I'd rock up to the school and I'd flog the cunt. Say, get the fuck out, bro. You're being a weird cunt.
It's one thing to have a furry as a teacher, but when you start licking, not the back of your own palms, I can take, if he's doing this, when you're licking...
Oh, it's a female.
Is it?
It's a girl?
Who reportedly asked students to refer to her as Miss Purr.
I thought it was a dude, though.
No, I think...
Wow.
It
looks like a dude.
It's a transgender woman.
No, I think
So-
she might just be a bit mask.
Oh my God.
Okay.
damn.
Well, I still maintain it's not okay for a female teacher to lick students' hands. But it's how come I feel like it's a little less weirder now?
No, it's definitely
It's
not.
definitely
I'm joking,
not.
I'm joking.
None of this shit. Get it out of the
Yeah, I
schools,
know.
bro. Get it out, man.
This is what everyone's talking about with like, we don't have any control over like who steps up and studies being a teacher anymore. So there's no like, are you a furry? Yes or no?
tick a box.
You know what I mean?
Just last thing on this, at the height of this unusual scandal, Australian 7 News reported that the teacher in question denied all accusations, claiming that she asked students to call her Miss Purr because her initials are PRR. In a follow-up article, Courier Mail indicated the teacher is no longer working at the school.
Henry
She's currently shitting in a litter box in her living room as we speak.
Henry does not like.
Henry does not.
Turn the mushroom around.
Henry, say meow.
Yeah. Can we put little ears on Henry?
If you were to be a furry,
Little
though,
furry.
what animal would you be?
A fox.
I'd be a cat.
You would
rhinoceros.
be a fox
I'd be
because
a
you
fox.
run like a fox.
I'd be a fox, and I'd have a gaping asshole,
Oh,
And on that note,
really wide.
foxes with gaping assholes. That's what
Thank
we're
you for
left
watching.
with.
Thank you for listening.
That's it for us, man. Fucking.
Thanks for listening, guys. Episode, what is this one
146,
now?
man.
146.
we've got 150 coming up soon.
Yeah.
150, man.
Yeah, god damn. We gotta do something special for 150.
Yeah.
I don't know what
Step up
though.
the specials again.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Gotta do a
We're
fucking...
limited for space, but we'll come up with something.
Still, let's eat something.
Eat and drink.
I'm hungry now. Something to food, like that's fried chicken and shit.
That's why you're wanting to do an eat special.
Yeah.
Remember the hot
These-
wings? The hot wings was cool, man. We
Yeah.
do
That
something
was
like
fun. That was fun. That was very
Well-
fun. The pirate hot wings.
The hot ones do have
Or-
a new.
or-
The hot ones do have a new selection of hot sauces. Maybe I'll buy the pack.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
a big
hard
word.
though because we're so Tori's gonna have to be a little waitress and just bring shit in and out.
I
Like,
think if we get it prepped on the paddle boards and we actually have them lined up
yeah,
out there and bring them in, it's
Yeah.
less
It won't
work
be
for
that
Tori.
bad.
Tori won't have to do anything.
yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
as well, guys. Put in the comments, send in messages.
Yes,
You might
yeah.
like to see.
Yeah,
Let us know.
we're thinking
Special.
hot ones special, but we've already done that before. We're thinking of bringing it back. But if anything
New
else,
ideas, anything.
yeah,
I like
Hermit
even-
crab racing.
I even eat trying international food and shit.
That's
Like
always
something,
good.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, guys, as always, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.